Hi everyone, this is Sunny and welcome back to my channel if you're not new. I have a no contact reading. I have not done one in a while. I think I only have a few of those, but the question for today is going to be what happened the last time we spoke. So, well, more or less the card will kind of tell me the gist of the story, but I have 3 piles for you guys from left to right. I have pile 1, 2, and 3. So stop the video if you feel like you need more time. Otherwise, skip to the timestamp in the description. I'll see you at your pile of choice or choices. If you are thinking about specific people, more than one people, or the same person with different piles too, it's up to you. But more or less, I will start with the first pile. So pile number 1, you guys have the 6 of Wands reversed. So pile number 1, I think that with this no contact person, more or less a situation that might have, I think maybe the disagreement you guys might have, a conflict that arose, had to do with did you not praise this person for doing something, or did you not strike their ego in some way that they wanted because they wanted to show off or be not like an ego trip, but more so like commended. It's like they wanted to be put up on that pedestal. They wanted to be complimented. They wanted to be appraised. They wanted to be almost like worshipped. So it feels like they expected something out of you. Like, oh, good job, hand clap. But like not sarcastically. I think you kind of likely for this person, you possibly might have given them a very sarcastic, dry answer and something kind of led astray, or there was miscommunication and you stopped speaking. That's what it kind of gives me. So with this one, I feel that you guys, I mean, you're still hung up because, they might have meant something to you, but it just feels like maybe you didn't handle the situation as best as you thought you could, or you could have dissipated the issue that they wanted very differently, but you just kind of let your emotions that day take the best of you, or you could have also just avoided this person altogether and just avoided that conflict. But it feels so much more that this person just kind of wanted things also to be different, and somehow it didn't go well. It doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic partner or a romantic connection, but it just feels like the person you're thinking about that's no connection, it just feels like they didn't get what they wanted, and it just didn't feel like they got the applause that they thought that they deserved. So, I mean, maybe you just didn't think they deserved it. There's nothing wrong with that either. It's just a matter of perspective. But it feels like they kind of were waiting for you to do that. So their expectations were not met. I think they were broken. I think they kind of were let down, disappointed at the fact that you didn't show interest in them. It's just not the way they thought you would. That's what it feels like. They didn't receive the gratification that they were expecting, and I just want like a confirmation on this one. I think I might do a confirmation card for each one, but you guys have the Queen of Swords reversed as your confirmation. Yeah, it feels more like conversations that were happening led you to kind of yikes. It's interesting to me how the wand is reversed, it keeps going, and the sword is reversed, it keeps going. So like, did you inflict that injury to yourself? Like, I like this person, and it could be a friend. It's like, I like my friend, why would I do that? Why did I say that? I was in such a bad mood, or something like that. Or it feels like the conversation could have been very differently, and it played very differently in your head, and it did not get executed the way you wanted it to. It feels like that. It feels like you sabotaged it, and this person also did. It's not just you. It feels like it was a two-person thing, and it feels like, it just kind of stays like in the what ifs internally. You guys kind of stayed there, and it's like there's no going back from this. So yeah, I just feel like your confirmation kind of confirms that. Like, I don't think there's a possibility probably of communicating again properly, or at least clearing it out. It just feels like you guys kind of said what you needed to say, even if it kind of not that great. But the feelings were out there. They were just poorly communicated. The appraisal wasn't deserved. and it wasn't expected either. Not expected, it wasn't expected of you, right? You didn't want to give it. So it feels like you weren't going to stroke their ego. And it also feels like you're someone that keeps thinking about it. I feel like you kind of keep thinking about what happened, and it plays in your head over and over with the Queen of Swords reversed. It does feel like you might have, you didn't put the, you just didn't, it just doesn't feel like you said what you wanted to say. But it is what it is. I'm sorry, pound number 1. So that's more or less what happened. It just feels like there's still feelings kind of lingering in there. More so the communication that could have been said isn't cleared out. And it's not going to be cleared out likely. So I hope that helped. The next pile is pile number 2. You guys have the 10 of Wands upright with the no contact person. It feels to me that you guys had a lot of work involved. Like, this connection made it feel like it was a lot of work. Even if it's not a romantic sense, because I think sometimes we always focus on the romantic sense, but the person you were individually thinking about in this particular scenario is someone who had a lot of responsibilities, a lot on their plate, a lot of things that they had to take care of, and like maybe they multitask, but it doesn't feel like they multitask necessarily, but more so they had a lot of things to do, and there must have been a reason why you stopped talking to them in regards to their scheduling of, like, they never gave you allocated time to properly talk to you. It's like they used all this fire within to focus on exhaust themselves from, like, I want to say dusk to dawn, right? Or dawn to dusk, I forgot, but from like morning to night. So maybe they're workaholics, or maybe they're someone who has a lot of responsibilities. They have to provide for people, they have to care for their day-to-day things, and it's just like you weren't in the picture. It feels like it's a lot of work to be part of this person's life, and it was very exhausting and draining for this person, and it was double the amount of work for you, because it's like, hey, I have to constantly work around myself for you, and I'm just never getting that. I'm never getting the pedestal that I want to be in. It feels like the next card would be, I think it's the, what's it called? Not the one, it's not the Knight, it's the Queen, right? I think the next card's the well, even if it's not the Queen, it just feels like you wanted to be treated better. You wanted to be looked at and spoken to, and this person's constantly moving away from your direction. So it feels like this person isn't even looking at you. They're just kind of focused. They're very tunnel vision. They're not looking at you. So maybe that's why you went into no contact with this person. It's just like they never actually took you into consideration. Your confirmation card is the Fool upright. So there is potential that, this person can fix things should they free themselves a little bit up with those wands, free themselves of those desires and energies and responsibilities that they carry. But it feels like you want a new beginning, but are you expecting a lot? Are you coming into this naively? Is this something that you, just because you want it doesn't mean that you really need to have it back in your life, that you deserve it. It's like, you can have it, the possibility's there for you, but it feels like, would you be running into the same karmic circles, if you get what I mean? So you do desire the new beginning. The desire is there, the possibility is there of a new beginning, but should this person change, or is this person going to change, or is this dynamic going to change, the situation results? Like, just because you're going at it a different time period, are you still getting the same results at the end of the day? So maybe you should also consider that this new beginning could be maybe looking into greener pastures, a new opportunity elsewhere away from this person, or it's a new beginning from this person. Again, fit this scenario to your specific situation. But yeah, I do think that new beginnings are coming up, whether this person is involved in your life or not. And that's what I have for you with no contact. I wonder I don't feel necessarily there's so much miscommunication as the first pile, but more so, I think it's more focused on the plan of action. Like this person, course of action and their actions did not match what you wanted out of it. That's what it feels like. So the next pile, thank you, pile 2, is pile number 3. You guys have the moon upright. The moon. Sorry. My words are getting all jumbled again. So with the moon upright, pile number 3, with this no contact person, I think you in this, I'm going to focus this in the past tense, but because my confirmation is more so like future tense. More so, I think you allowed your fears to get the best of you. I think you didn't know what to expect with this person. When you're thinking about this person, most of the time you're always kind of wondering, you're in the what ifs. It's foggy, it's muddy, it isn't clear, it's very watery. It's like, I always think of Cancer, maybe also Neptune and Scorpio, but it feels more so that are things being kept from you? Is information being kept from you? Are you in the dark about something? Are you not looking at the big picture? Are you missing puzzle pieces to fit the puzzle? It just feels like maybe you're going at a shot. There's a phrase, and I can't think of it, but it's more so, are you going at it in the dark, like a shot of the dark, and you just don't know where you're aiming? Does this person make you feel like that? It just feels like the situation wasn't always favorable to you because of that. It just feels like you were kind of blinded by emotions and your fears and what could be. Your expectations maybe might have been disappointed because you didn't know what you were aiming at. It's like if you wanted a relationship with this person, you didn't get it. Or if you wanted this friendship to give you answers about something they did, it's like you didn't receive it. It feels like it wasn't stagnant. It just, you weren't being clear about anything. Like this person was being clear, so there's like nothing clear. You're in mystery. Some things are mysterious to you. You don't know whether to trust this person or not because your intuition's telling you one thing, but your rationality is telling you one thing. And same with the logic. It's like things are going opposite. It's like there's a lot of opposition between both of you, if that makes sense. So it does feel like you would be maybe constantly going at this person or bickering or trying to get to know or information or seeking information out of this person, but this person wasn't giving you anything. You were fishing for things out of this person, and this person was not informing you. So your confirmation card for you, pile number 3, you guys have the 2 of Wands upright. There you go. Let me just slide it up. With the 2 of Wands upright, that's your confirmation card. It does feel that you've changed, you matured. It feels like the sky is, I think it's a better situation to not have this person be in contact with you, because look at how busy this card with the moon is from. I mean, yes, this card looks busy, but in a different aspect where it feels more like you're navigating yourself. You're the one that's navigating things a lot better than what you were with the moon card. Things are more clear. It went from dark, muddy sky. I mean, it's beautiful, but it feels like it's illusions. Maybe this person gave you illusions that weren't there, and you were just kind of expecting things to happen, and it didn't happen. And suddenly things were clear. It's like you went to more practical things. You were more pragmatic. The place you're in feels more reasonable, and it feels more realistic. So it feels like you're the person who's mapping yourself, giving yourself the direction. You're the one in charge. You're holding the wand. You're holding the world. You're holding accountability for yourself. And you're not relying on others. It feels more so that you're relying on yourself. What you bring to the table, your own utensils, your own tools, your own self-intuition, and your own logic. It feels more, you're not going to rely on others if you seek information to map out things for you, so you know what's happening in the scenario, in the situation, and that's what led to the conflict. So it feels more so that you are more free. It feels more like you're more free right now. You just I think maybe you were just reminiscing and being curious about things that happened in the past or happened previously. But it does feel like you're someone that has this better sense of security. I feel like you're very direct, or maybe you have a partner in this moment in time that you can rely on better than the person that you were considering as a potential connection. But it does feel like you're someone that has direction in their life. It feels like you've changed a lot, and it took you a lot, but it feels like you decided to unblind yourself from this mysterious aura, or like this mysterious illusion, and faced your reality. You had the courage to stand up to your own situation. So it feels like that. So take what resonates, right? So I hope you guys enjoyed that. This is a no contact reading. I hope you got the message you needed to hear. Not every message is meant for you, and I hope you guys have a lovely day, because you're making it a lovely day, and I'll see you soon. So bye-bye, everybody.